Hi Shakti and Salwin, welcome to our chat show today. So how are you guys doing?
I'm doing
Excellent.
okay, as okay as one can be during these times.
Yes. So jumping right to it, please do tell us about Birds and the Bees because it's a lovely song. Do tell us how you guys sort of ideated this. Tell us the origins.
Okay, I
Uh,
think I'm gonna let Alfie lead with that one. Yes.
Right, sure.
the song is basically me trying to explain what love is and how it works around everyone. And it was written for a friend, and and slowly it evolved into this product that can be spread out to everybody else. We had a plan of shooting a video and everything, but because of the quarantine, then we reduced it to just releasing the track and making an album cover. And I was fortunate enough to meet Shakti at a party, and we got to exchange this track once, and from there, and now we are here today.
Okay. So when was this? When did you guys start collaborating on this?
This has been a long time project, at least a year, I think,
Okay.
since we started on this one. Slowly, we had to, because we didn't have any plan. We just started with one person on guitar, and then from there it was just voice. And then we thought, okay, who else shall we add? And like that, this was a long process, and it took some time.
Okay. So it was recorded before the lockdown?
It was
Yeah, it
recorded
was
just
recorded way before the lockdown. Yeah,
Cool.
in a
Okay.
sense, like Alfie was saying, it was a very organic process. So we kind of, let the song take its time, and then, the mix and mastering process has been happening for the last. I mean, once the recording was complete, this is what.
Right. So the song is also coming out during the Pride month and it's about love and freedom. So do tell us about the song and what sort of like interested you the most about the concept.
Okay, so the thing is, like, as I was saying, one of the, the thing that connected me, I mean, uh, the very first time I heard Alfie play the song, right? I mean, the connect was so huge, like, just the honesty in the music. I think Alfie is someone who I feel like his heart is like literally shining through in his music, in his words, and we've jammed a whole bunch of times. We've played on stage before, I mean, with gigs and everything. And I've seen him when he jams and when he plays music. It's just like his whole world, face, his whole everything just lights up. And I feel like that is something that I feel that spirit that he carries. I think it's outward, or it's like in every word of the song. So for me, I was really able to connect to every single word in the way that, I mean, of course, after that, when I spoke to him is when I realized what are his personal experiences that have gone into that made him write whatever he did. And from there on, I don't know if Alfie was joking at the time or if he was serious or he was like, "Hey, I want you to sing it." I remember you saying that. Remember, Alf? Like, I think one of the first times we played it, and I was like, and for me, that connect was just the biggest thing. And I feel like my take home, right? Like, I mean, of course, this is a fruit of Alfie's personal experience and his honest expression um, in the music and the lyric. But for me, the thing I was able to connect to is it is real. Like, it is true what he's saying, in the sense that we are actually free, like the birds and the bees. But we just need to see that and allow ourselves to be that. And oftentimes, we kind of impose these rules, right, on us and on the people around us. Like, with not just romantic love or any kind of love, we kind of build these cages or build these walls, and we forget that uh, our free will to actually break out of that, or we forget that we can empower ourselves to shed these walls.
Right.
And if you I mean, it's so amazing, we feel like the universe is kind of aligned to even though, like how Alfie was saying, the video couldn't happen because of the quarantine and everything. We're so happy that it's actually releasing now during Pride month
Right.
as a celebration of love, because no love should have to be a crime, right? I mean, it shouldn't because honestly, religion or community or race or gender, none of these should actually matter, because love is love. Like regardless of, these are all just the things that are labels that don't really actually matter. And if you love someone, you can't help it but you love them. So why not just let yourself love without fear and without shame and without holding back. And I think it would do all of us good, to just love without holding back and without restraint. And I think that would be a good thing, and we need to celebrate that, and we need to celebrate everyone else who is able to do that.
Right, absolutely. Also, the song comes at a very fitting time because now's the time people are discussing diversities and inclusivity. It's such a great time. So, was this planned to be released during the Pride Month, or that also happened organically?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it has been organic. Like so many things with this song, it's been like it's been the coming together of so many right things. Like everything from the musicians. Like it's an amazing team of musicians who worked on this. And Alfie had this great idea. I mean, of again the expression of the freedom of love. He actually had a really cool idea for a music video. I think which should have been very much again in line with celebrating pride and celebrating love and everything. But um, see, sometimes you can plan things and things are a little out of your control, and it may not really happen that way. But in this case, I think it's been the equation. We were like, okay, we've been kind of going with the flow. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Al, but it's kind of more like the universe made sure that this got out now. So, and that way, like again, like I'm really happy in a way that sometimes it's a little overwhelming, right? Like so many things that are going around you sometimes want an affirmation, or when you I feel like love can never be celebrated enough. There is no enough. I think we need to keep celebrating more and more. So to answer your question, it's been very organic and very almost magical, so to say.
Yeah.
Right.
Shakti is being very kind. I am fortunate that she picked me to do the song with. And to answer your question, the concept and everything was revolving around. It is still revolving around Pride. The
Sure.
video and everything. It wasn't planned for the month, but the video was a bigger plan. You get it? It was a product on its own. But since all that didn't happen, automatically the month came and sat in place, and we thought we'll release it. And 2 days later, we think, isn't this Pride Month? And it's all come together, and we're all equally surprised that it's working out this way.
Okay. So, Salvin, you mentioned at the beginning that you wrote this for a friend, right? That's how it began.
Correct.
So maybe
Right.
can you speak about that? How did that all come together?
Huh? I'm sorry.
Yeah. So can you speak about that? How did that come together?
Wait, I have a question. Will Alfie get a gift hamper after this if he answers this?
Is it a rapid fire? Yeah.
So
Just
for
kidding.
me, I love experimenting with things, with life, and everything that's around me. So I got an opportunity to go with a friend out into a nice place for a day and experience nature, love, and everything that's around that. And after I came back home, I had this feeling that song and music, it generally doesn't come to me. You get it? Meaning I play cover songs and everything. I don't really write and write my own thing. But after this, I had there were words that were stuck in my head. There were feelings that were there that I felt. And
Yes.
somehow when I took up book and paper, I was able to pen it down. That in itself was magic. Of course, if I show you that sheet that I wrote, it's scribbled all over. But I managed to frame something out of that. And then when I picked up my guitar, automatically the song and the chords were just formed in place. I think I wrote this song in about 3-4 hours. That's it. And I recorded it and I sent it to a friend. And since then, it's been the same. It hasn't changed. Chords, lyrics, everything. And after a whole year, now it's magic. I don't know how else to explain this.
Sure.
It's been the longest trip I've ever had on anything.
So also, both of you, if you can tell us how important is it to sort of address these things in music, because like you both said, love and freedom, they're talked about today, and you can never talk enough about it, because it's always something to be celebrated. So how important is, celebrating something so pure and something so relevant like this today in the form of music?
So I think it's see, I mean, especially now that Alfie's shared with you the process, right? The personal process of how he conceived this song, and also a few moments ago we spoke about how the larger process of different musicians coming together and actually
Sure.
building the song. And to tell you the truth, it's the I believe it's the honesty and in this expression, and the love that has gone into it, that is so unadulterated, right? Like whatever Alfie felt, it was pure love, that was literally an outpouring in this. It was not for anything else, it was not to make anything else, it had never, it was with the honesty of just purely wanting to express that love should be liberating, or like there should be liberation in love, and this whole uh, intertwined concept of love and freedom. And literally every single musician who has worked on this has been the kind of force that has brought people together. Like when we called up Michael, who's a brilliant musician and frontman and singer songwriter himself. He's a frontman for the band Mad Orange Fireworks. He heard the song and he was like, okay, I'm down, I'm game. And he, made the trip from Bangalore. He came down for 2 days. We were working on this. Then Sanjeev Thomas, again, who's a, powerhouse of talent. Again, singer, songwriter, singer, guitarist, brilliant, genius musician. Again, he worked on this, and I think he also wanted to add like his flavor. So every single person, every single musician, also for us at a microscopic level, when we look at it, every single person really connected to this genuine, honest expression of love, right?
Hmm.
It spoke to each of us, and each of us are really, really connected to it. And what we see when we share this with other friends or other people is it's just compounding, or it's a multiplication of the same. It's like it doubles and triples, and it's a reflection of the same thing, and we feel like this is what we want to share. Essentially what we are sharing is love in the form of music. I
Right.
know that there is the idea that we are trying to share, that allow yourself to love freely, don't hold back, and that love should be freedom. In fact, like love should empower you to set yourself free. That the idea is there, but in the actual thing itself, what we are sharing is truly our love, right? Each of our love that has gone in, and each of our, we all truly believe in this idea that this is what it should be. And I think it's also really important because through time we have had artists who have always reflected the sort of conversation that has been ongoing in society, whether it is whether it is troubles or whether it is trials and tribulations. And sometimes it's things that we are not that bring us a lot of sadness.
Right.
Sometimes it is things that we feel like is not spoken about enough. And art and music, all forms of art, in fact, have always been a sort of amplifying force that has, uh, taken matters that need to be spoken about and, broadcast them at a much bigger level. Because art has this beautiful thing where it could connect and reach someone who we have never met in person, who we may never get to have a conversation with, but it can still carry that message and carry that to that person.
Right.
And I feel like it is really important to speak about these things, because like how we were saying just moments ago, it's never enough to talk about it,
Right.
because we need as much as we, right now we are in a world where if we look at the news, there's so many things that are happening around the world that make us feel either, I don't want to say it's uh, it kind of brings us down. Of course, these are real issues that need to be solved. These are real issues that need to be addressed. And sometimes we need to speak. It should be obvious when you think. I'm sorry, I'm struggling with words a little bit here.
Yeah, sure.
When we think about it, it's a simple concept. We should all know that we should be able to love freely. But
Right.
sometimes it helps to hear it and to get that uh, to reaffirm this and the importance of this, and to actually it resonates.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I'm making sense, or if that was
No, I think you are.
that explains.
Yeah. And
all
Salman.
these things, all these things that we are talking about, race, religion, caste, color, and everything, all these things were taught to us. It wasn't packaged in us when we were born.
Yeah.
These are things through our culture, through friends, through family, and seeing them behave, we automatically pick up from those things, and we think that is the right way to handle those things.
Right.
As we grow up, it is equally our responsibility to remove that brainwash that was done to us, and the things that were taught to us, correct ourselves, and move forward. If the song was written or isn't written for that, it somehow came in the time that it was required, and that for me is more important than anything else, even than me writing the song or anything. It's just right now, for this time, this moment, this is important. If we can sing it instead of saying it, let's sing it.
That's awesome. And I love what Alfie said. Like, I mean, that's really true. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
we have to consciously unlearn a lot of things, right? And again, like, I mean, we may not get to have one-on-one conversations with many people, but I think music has a way of speaking to so many people at the same time, right?
Absolutely.
So
it stays. You can at least hum it while you're walking around.
That's true. Thanks again, guys, for talking to us today, and best of luck for the song.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
No problem. And happy
thank
Pride
you
Month.
so much.
Happy
Pride Month.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.